So, just got back from Gear Street over at Hennings, and what a nice surprise to come home and there's a nice big fat box waiting to be opened. So let's have a quick look, see what's inside. This is from Towman, so I think I know what this is already, but let's have a look. Right, so we've got a couple of guitars here. What we decided to do was to get a couple of Harley Bentons, because if you watch this channel, you'll know that I am a bit of a guitar snob. And ever since I went to Towman and tried out some Harley Bentons, I've been really impressed with the quality of them. And it doesn't mean I'm going to change and lose my snobbery over custom shop guitars, but as I said, I've been really impressed with these. So let's see what we got. How good does that look? So what is this? This is a SC552 Deluxe. So this is obviously their Les Paul style instrument. First impressions, build quality is superb. Nice and light as well, not overly heavy like you'd normally get from a lot of Les Paul style guitars. What I need to do is get myself one of those big knives like John Cordy. I need to get some decent tools in there, don't I? Oh, I mean, how good does that look? What's this? This is I don't know, what is it? So I've just found out what it is because it says it on the box. It's a TE-62. I could have spotted that, couldn't I? What a plonker. So this is obviously their telly-shaped guitar. The first impressions, absolutely flawless. I even think it's got a roasted maple neck. I haven't checked out any of the specs on this yet, but absolutely flawless. Fretwork looks good. If you'd have asked me how much that was, I would say, well, actually, if you covered up the headstock, I would say that was a top of the line Mexican Fender, something like that. This is £129. Unbelievable. So what do you get in the pack? Well, you get a lead. I mean, I never tend to use these sort of leads anyway. They tend to be fine. I wouldn't ever do a gig with one, but nice to get a lead that comes in the pack as well. We get the Allen keys as well. Now, I will say that this guitar is set up really well. Now, I tend to prefer my action just a little bit lower, and this is a preference. This is definitely not a fault of the guitar. The neck has a little bit of relief in it, which is perfect. So what I'm going to do is just to lower the saddles just for my own preference. Now, you should really do this properly, but to be honest, I always do this by ear and by eye, and always tends to work for me. I think I could lower that E string just a little bit more. Now again, this is just a preference. This is not something that you would need to do. But for me, I just prefer it just that little bit lower. Right, let's tune it up and hear how it sounds. So let's talk about the specs of this. I'm reading this from the website. It says it's got a basswood body, bolt-on neck made of vintage caramel maple. Is that the same as roasted maple? Maybe someone could fill me in the comments. Neck profile is a modern D. Now, the neck feels like, if anyone ever remembers a 90s Fender standard Telecaster, USA Telecaster, it pretty much feels like that. It's quite a small neck, really comfortable. I'm guessing it's a 9.5 radius. Well, it says here 305 millimeters, where it feels like a 9.5 radius. So it's that sort of vintage to modern sort of feel. It feels really good. Nut width 42 millimeters, scale 648 millimeters, 21 frets, like a Telecaster. Pickups 2 Roswell Alnico 5 TEA single coils, and the pickups sound really good actually. Really impressed with them. 1 volume, 1 tone control, 3-way switch, just like a Telly, hardtail bridge, deluxe hardware, Clues & Star machine heads like you'd get on a sort of more vintage Telecaster. My favourite sort of tuners, to be honest. And Diodario strings, so they put a set of Diodario 10-46 on this. Now, James and myself, we were at the Toman shop the other day and watching the Harley Bentons come in, and that's exactly what they were doing. They were pulling the strings off the guitars and putting on Diodarios, which was quite an impressive feat, considering that all of these guitars come in and they're all checked by the guys at Toman. So attention to detail that Toman are putting in for this is absolutely fantastic. And as I said, in the UK this is £128. I can't actually find out what it is in the US because for some reason my browser won't let me look, but so I'm guessing it's the equivalent of that in the US and Europe. Intonation's fantastic up the neck. There's no dead frets. And as I said earlier, it's ridiculous what you can get for your money nowadays. If this was available when I first started, I was paying 150 back then, which is probably the equivalent of £400 for a Squier Strat. And this is way better build quality than that guitar. So let's hear it with a bit of high gain. Now I got told in a video quite recently that I never use the neck pickup on some high gain, so let's start with that. Absolutely awesome. So there you go. Now, £128. I've never played a guitar that good for £128. That is absolutely fantastic. What I'm going to do is I'll leave a link to this guitar in the notes below so you guys can go and check it out yourselves. I'll do it in a variety of different colours. Weight-wise, I don't know if I mentioned that, but this is, I'm guessing, about 7.2 pounds, something like that, but let's double check. So I'm obviously getting quite good at sort of lifting up guitars and being the human scales, but great weight, great playing guitar, sounds fantastic, plays fantastic, £128, what's not to like? Anyway, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats, really hope you guys got something from this video. If you did get something from it, don't forget to like and subscribe, click on the bell button, and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the Studio Rats, and I'll see you next time, cheers.